Number one, thanks. Our fans just, our fans here are incredible. There's not many, fan bases in the country that would, show up the way they've shown up for us this year. To be near sellout or extremely close to it, to have that type of atmosphere when you're coming into the game 14-12 and your opponent came into the game. They were 11-15 coming in. Yeah, I mean, to get that type of crowd and have that type of energy, in the building just speaks to just how incredible the fan base is, and it also speaks to the group of young players, the group of older players, and how they've just won over the support by just incredible determination, character, and effort. And it's obviously it's much must-see TV to see how our games will end. So we're obviously a fun team to watch, and it speaks to the passion of the fans. It also speaks to the intelligence, basketball, sports intelligence of our fan base, because they see what's building here, and they're getting behind it. So big thanks to them, and just so proud of the team. To do what we did today. It was hard to play Josh because they played one big with four guards most of the game. Sid had some rough first half minutes in there, which kind of made him unplayable. And to do what they did with James in foul trouble, basically to have six guys and to have James in foul trouble and do what those guys did, just couldn't be prouder.
With Vital making some big plays, is that what you think the veterans kind of looking to use?
Yeah, I mean, it's, I think just when you get that, I mean, we didn't, you don't get it, you lose. Close games, you get it, you win. And it's, and listen, Christian, he's had to carry a heavy load for a lot of years here. And, I think he's made some adjustments, particularly, in the last 6 weeks that, if he's not an all-conference level player, at the end here, he's really, think about, he's been surrounded by freshmen, sophomore, injury, all types of attrition, and he's like an iron. He's like Iron Man, like Iron Man 2. LeBron's 1. Not to suggest that he's as good as LeBron, but he may think that anyway.
You talked a lot last year and this year about wanting seniors to play with a certain urgency as the games in your career dwindle down. Is that kind of what you've seen from Christian these last 6-7 games? Exactly what you were looking for there?
Yeah, I mean, it's exactly the way it should look like. The urgency that Isaiah, was showing as a junior player, I mean, that's exactly what you're looking for. And like when when your program becomes close knit, when you become a family, when the culture, is strong, and the character of the team is strong, you also play so hard because you don't want to let down the guy next to you, and we've been able to build that now, just that close team, that tight knit organization.
Is there a secret to keeping James out of foul trouble?
Who's that?
James?
Is there a secret to it? Another off season, just more practices, more time. James is, he's the next one. He's got a chance to be the next one. If he locks in on where he is right now and just continues to focus, on his habits and the details of the game and getting into the off season and working on his body and his basketball understanding, when he puts it all together for us, next year, you're looking at potentially the next, that next one here. Yeah, he just, just instincts, feel, like, you don't have to draw up, you draw up some things for him, but you don't like. He traces, like he traces rebounds and has a feel for sports or basketball about, he traces that ball and has just a sixth sense of where it's going to bounce off to or where it could bounce off to. His ability to cut, he just does some innate things that you couldn't teach somebody. And obviously, just the mental toughness he showed to be in that type of foul trouble against like a really physical older team with like 50-year physical bully guards, and I mean bully in a positive way in this instance. To be able to put that behind him and do what he did was very impressive.
What did you tell him, like, when you called you holding the third back and were you talking to him about anything, or just
When he picked up the third foul?
yeah.
Yeah, it was just keep your head in the game mentally, man. You're a closer. I did talk about, like, from a defensive standpoint, how he should have, handled that situation defensively. You can't let a righty drive it to the nail when you have all that help on the left side. So, it was a teaching opportunity for him, and also to keep him encouraged. And we were just every minute or 30 seconds, you walk down there and said, "Hey, James, keep yourself ready. Keep yourself ready." So.
Yeah, what kind of difference for Isaiah in the second?
I think sticking with it. I mean, it's not, guys, with the light switch coming on for players, it's like you can't always predict it. It's just when they get an understanding of how they can bring the most value to the court. Understanding that the best thing that you can do for your team is to bring the best version of yourself to the practice floor every day, to bring it to court every day without ego. And he just, so much of success with team play is just doing the little things well. Knowing how to guard a wide pin, knowing how to defend if you're the first guy in a stagger, ball screen defense, blockouts, contesting without fouling. I mean, he embraces, the little things that lead to victory.
You like the development you've seen in Jalen?
Jalen's been awesome, man. I don't know how many minutes he played today, man. 30, almost 37. With him right now, he's playing well enough as a freshman where he doesn't, sometimes he looks physically weak because people get into him, and he's not able to do the things off the dribble that he's going to be able to do with another off season of strength work and stuff. But he's playing well enough for us to have a chance to win games in a very difficult league. And this is just like depositing money in a bank that we're going to withdraw on next year, where this guy's going to be just like a completely different player, because he's just showing you flashes of what he's going to be able to do.
What have you been through this season? Does it make it easier to handle the adversity within the game, like book night foul trouble, because of everything you've had to deal with?
Yeah, I mean, it was, rough seas make great sailors, and I know for me, every job I've had as a head coach has been a hard job. I've taken over horrible teams. Oh, can I unsay that? I've taken, sorry fellas, first year. I've taken over, programs where, there's been a lot of adversity and a lot swirling around and just a lot going on. So, and when you've been through that, you don't blink when all the things are swirling around you. And with this team, it's just like, when you've had the tough losses and 2 devastating injuries, and you start the season with 10 guys anyway, and just everything, it just makes you strong. Adversity, struggles, man, that makes you, if you stay with it and keep going, you become unbreakable.
You've had so many close games over the past month or so, and given the roster construction and right now and the kind of the parity of the league, you expect sort of these type of games throughout the rest of the year? I mean, you don't want them, hopefully you get some blowouts, but do you kind of expect these like nail biters throughout the rest of the season?
Yeah, I want to do one of 2 things. I want to either, maybe 4 things. I want to win by a lot. I want to win by like a medium, or I want to win by a little, or I want to lose excruciating.
That's like the 2 points.
Yeah, so like medium would be like 8 to 10. I was 7. So, yeah, so that was like a medium, I guess, or something. And then, a lot would be a lot, but I don't know if we're going to do that. But, yeah, I'm fine with it. Like, I like when we walked out of SMU and Temple, like, obviously it sucks to lose the way we did, but like when you admire the people, they say the one thing about like recruiting and programs is like you got to have people in the program you can lose with. You know, it's easy to win with people and do your thing and travel and team meals and video, but you got to recruit people and have people in your program you could lose with, and we have that right now. So I've been through this. It just doesn't. Nothing rattles me. Nothing.
When the three corners are gone like they were today, what does that add to the game? What elements does that bring?
I mean, it's just you know, it gives you a chance to just it gives you driving lanes. You know, people just can't pack it in. You know, it allows you to go on spurts. It allows you to get away from your opponent and get up 6, get up 8. You know, and you're not playing in like down 1, up 1, tie score, down 2, down 3 death matches. Like making threes, just it allowed us to get the game to 6, where we had where we could kind of relax and not be so, you know, just so uptight.
The hardest hitting question of the day, do you get to know Big Red at all? Just a fan?
Yo, I saw him coming in, but he had a media circus around him, and I didn't want to insert myself into it and try to, it was his day. You know, it was his day. I don't know much about his story, but I hear he's a big deal, and we were happy we could get the win for him on his big day. Let's go, Big Red.